Hi, this is Mackenzie Moen again from Race and Ethnic Diversity class, and I'm going to be talking about the critical thinking questions and answers on Chapter 15, which is Women the Oppressed Majority. Women have many characteristics similar to those in minority groups. What are some differences? I think that women are similar from minority groups. That's an obvious one because they're oppressed like they're in minority groups, such as they can never take office. I mean, generally they can't take high-ranking office, but they're fighting to do the same just as people in minority groups. But the book gives an example saying that they're not segregated from men residentially, which is true because like a woman can buy a home anywhere in the United States, but some people of ethnicity, like different ethnicity than whiteness, can't buy land, such as like the Native Americans can't like actually buy land. Like they can rent land, but they can never like have somebody of their ethnicity inherit the land. Women, white women anyway, can, I don't know. I don't really know any other ones. I've been reading the book and it hasn't really, well, like I haven't really caught on to anything that's different. I think that it's pretty much the same. I mean, some things can be watered down, but I think it's just as important. And the second one is, earlier in the 1900s, the phrase angry white men was used by some who have viewed themselves as victims. In what respect may men see themselves as a victim of reverse discrimination? I think that they might see themselves as being a victim because like white people might just automatically assume because they're not getting a job because they're women and the other person is not a woman, they're male. I think that that's not like, yes, it happens all the time, but I don't think it does always. But I think that the male might be subject to reverse discrimination because of that, or like because of other things like doing better on like a test, or automatically assuming that they raped someone even just because they're male. Like a female might still rape a person. I mean, that's totally possible. And I think that like some of their views are justified because like if a guy was raped and like they're looked at more to be like the person who's gonna rape the woman, but I think their views are justified because obviously that's not the case. And how are men's and women's roles defined differently when it comes to such concepts as the mommy track, the second shift, and displaced homemaker? I think that, well, the mommy track is when the woman and the woman will have like work and a family to take care of, and like I mean, some men actually have to do that also because they have a child that a mom maybe died or left the family as well. I mean, that happens sometimes just as often as men leave the family. And the second shift is like similar. But it's, I don't know how to explain it. 1 second. It's like you have to like take care of the children and be the homemaker. Like you have to take care of the home, take care of the children, have a job, and raise a family at the same time, which is more than just like caring for the everyday needs of a child and cleaning the house. It's not what a parent is. It's part of what a parent is, but not all of it. And like men can do that also, but it can be defined differently because men aren't looked at to be the homemaker often in that situation, sometimes people can, like, when the daughter maybe gets old enough, then they might make the daughter do that work and be the mom, which isn't good. And the displaced homemaker is when it's basically like they're still having to do the things that they did have to do, but now they're divorced. So then they have to be like the male role and the female role, which is really bad because I mean they have to do everything for the child. But like in a men's situation, they'd probably still have to, like, they'd probably get like a nanny. I mean, maybe they'd get a nanny, or maybe they would not, or maybe they would find another wife, and then that woman may take on the role. But like if the woman found another husband, then they'd probably still be taking on that role, and the husband maybe would share like the bills, but I don't know. Like that situation's always really iffy, especially if they're divorced.